Okay, so let's review finding reference angles. So here this question is asking which set of ordered pairs share the same reference angle. So reference angles are referring to if you have an angle on a unit circle that is bigger than 90 degrees or bigger than pi over 2 radians, you might need to find a reference angle to calculate the point of intersection between the unit circle and the terminal side of your angle. So if, for example, we have an angle that terminates over here, to find this point that I'm drawing right now, I might need to use a reference angle, so an angle that falls in this first quadrant to find the point, and then I'll just change the signs to get the other point over there. So let's just start by remembering that if our angle terminates in the first quadrant, then our reference angle, or phi, is just going to be whatever our angle is, so theta. We don't need a reference angle if our angle is less than 90 degrees. If our reference angle terminates in the second quadrant, then if our angle terminates in the second quadrant, then our reference angle phi is going to be equal to 180 degrees minus our angle theta, or pi minus our angle theta, depending if you're working with degrees or radians. If it terminates in the third quadrant, then our phi is going to be equal to theta minus 180 degrees, or theta minus pi. And if it terminates in the fourth quadrant, then our reference angle phi is going to be equal to 360 degrees minus theta, or 2 pi minus theta. So those are just kind of good things to keep down. We don't actually need to calculate reference angles to be able to solve this problem, but I thought it was good just to kind of go over those so that if you did need to, you'd have those there. So let's just kind of look at each of these. So in each of these, we have a starting point of 0.76, 0.64. Since we're on a unit circle, we're at 1 over here and 1 up here, so 0.76 is going to be kind of around here, and 0.64. So our point's going to be somewhere like this, 0.76, 0.64. In option A, we've got 0.64, negative 0.76. So we're going to have a point down here. In B, we've got negative 0.64, 0.76, so we'll have a point over here. With C, we're going to have this point right here, and with D, we're going to have this point over here, so negative 0.76, 0.64. For points to have the same reference angle, there should be around 90, 180, or 270 degrees between them. So let's take a look at each of these. From here to here, that's really close to 270 degrees, but it's not exactly that. For option B here, this is a little bit less than 90 degrees. For option C, that's definitely less than 90 degrees. And for option D, I can see that that is exactly 90 degrees. We can expand that definition a little bit and say that for ordered pairs to share the same reference angle, they need to have the same x and y values, but they can have different signs. So option D gives us the same x value and the same y value, so that 0.76 and that 0.64, but our x value is negative. You could then think that if we had positive 0.76 and negative 0.64, so a point over here, that would share the same reference angle, as well as if they were both negative, so that they were over here. That would also share the same reference angle. So our answer is D.